Welcome everybody to the successful conclusion of our capital campaign. We appreciate your being here. We did not set up this number of chairs for this event, by the way. We are having commencement in here on Saturday, so when we finish tonight, they'll continue to set up for Saturday. But thanks for being here and helping us with the campaign. We are celebrating this year the anniversary of the founding of Tiffin University 125 years ago. And during those 125 years, as you well know, Tiffin University has provided access and opportunity to quality educational programs for both traditional college-age students and adults, and has prepared graduates for lives of leadership, service, and excellence. During the past 9 years, our enrollment has increased by 361% to almost 7,000 students this fall. We now have students from all 50 states and 34 foreign countries. During the past 7 years, the value of our net assets has increased by 310%, so our financial situation is strong. I just noticed in the paper this morning the University of Toledo is going to have to cut out millions of dollars out of their academic program, and many other institutions are struggling, but we're doing just fine, thanks to many of you here in the audience. The quality and quantity of our academic programs has continued to increase, and this success is due to the outstanding leadership of our Board of Trustees, the dedication of our staff and faculty, and the support provided by alumni and friends, including all of you who are here today. We're here to celebrate the successful completion of Share the Pride, Build on Tradition, a campaign for Tiffin University. This campaign was intended to raise money to construct the Heminger Center and to make other improvements to the Tiffin campus, as well as endowing student scholarships. A number of student endowed scholarships were created, and the Tiffin campus was enhanced in a number of ways. The capstone of the campaign, of course, was the Heminger Center, which has been a wonderful addition to the university. This magnificent facility has a wow factor that has helped with recruitment and retention of students and has provided very great visibility for Tiffin University, not only in Tiffin, Seneca County, Northwest Ohio, but people from much beyond that have been in this building and seen Tiffin University who might not have been on our campus otherwise. In addition to the events for TU students and alumni and employees, there have been 54 events in this building during the last 12 months that have involved more than 17,000 individuals who are not TU employees or students. Outside groups that have held events here include the United Way, Red Cross, Kiwanis Club, the Tiffin Home Show was here, Calvert High School, Columbian High School, and a number of sports camps and events for elementary and secondary school students. And as you well know, when you are lucky enough to get elementary and secondary school students into a facility like this and get that kind of visibility, it will pay dividends as they think about where they may want to attend college later on. It is used on a daily basis for recreation by TU students and employees and members of the local community, as well as for practices and events by our intercollegiate athletic teams. Also housed in this building are 2 classrooms and offices for the coaches of our track and field, cross country, football, softball, and men's and women's soccer teams. TU has a bright future because of the support by all of you who are here today and the many others who contributed to Share the Pride, Build on Tradition, a campaign for Tiffin University. So thank you on behalf of the students who are currently enrolled and the many students who will enroll in the future, as well as thank you on behalf of the citizens of Tiffin, Seneca County, and the region for helping to continue to make Tiffin University an even stronger university. With that, it's my pleasure to introduce the chairman of our Board of Trustees, Gary Heminger.
Well, thank you, Paul, and good evening to everyone. Paul, I must say, though, in your remarks, you were very humble and left out one very important person whose vision for the campus and vision for this extension of the campus and the balance of the programs that this capital campaign was intended for, and that's Paul Marion. Let's give Paul a round of applause. Coach Goff gave me a tour upstairs when we were here last year for the first commencement ceremony that was here. Of course, we did not have the upstairs finished, but he gave me a tour this evening, and he guaranteed, since we now have this facility, 10 wins for the upcoming year. So and you can ask Fritz. He sits right behind you, Gary. You can ask him that in our company we have many metrics, and we stick to those metrics. So we'll compare how you do at the end of the season, okay? And if you do get that, maybe we'll build an extension. Who knows? But let me just share a few things about Tiffin University and how Tiffin University has expanded its footprint across the world. You recall back in the very unfortunate date of 9/11/2001, I happened to be at a dinner in Saudi Arabia in the spring of 2002, just after that very unfortunate event, and just after many students were really troubled in order to be able to return into the U.S. from Saudi Arabia and to get their visas approved, and then for any incremental students being able to get student visas to come. And I was sitting at a dinner with one of the business associates that I was meeting with, and he took a phone call from his brother, whose nephew was attempting to get into school in the U.S. And he explained it to me, and I said, well, what does he want to study? And he said, well, we have this program that Saudi Aramco provides, and it's a program that is all expenses paid, and as I like to tell Paul, that means it's a high-margin student if all expenses are paid. But we can't get visas because we can't get universities to support and be the, if you will, the university or the individual who will support and proclaim that this person, they want to come as a student. They said typically they come for 1 or 2 years and then move on to whatever their discipline is, whether it's science or it's the arts, whatever the discipline, or possibly business, like here at Tiffin University. So the next day I made a phone call into the office. In fact, I believe I spoke with Ron Schumacher and said, we have this issue. Is there anything we can do? And I was just back, so that was in 2001, the spring of 2002. I was just back there a couple months ago, and they brought it to my attention. They brought it to the attention that we, both the company that I'm with and Tiffin University, have become one of the strongest universities that Saudi Aramco wants to support. And I believe between here and the University of Findlay, we set up the program both places. Hopefully it's going to grow more here over the long term, but over a couple hundred students in total that are coming here. So as I say, the globe has expanded, and the globe has expanded not just in athletics, but in academics as well. So I'm very proud of that story and very proud of what we've been able to do with the university. But as Jane and I set forth to sponsor this great facility, one of the key things that was our intention, and I'm very pleased to hear, is that we wanted to set it up for the community. I've spoke with Mr. Granata about this over the years as well, that we wanted to set this up for the community, and we wanted the community to be able to have access to this facility. Very few communities have access to a facility like this, and I keep very close contact on how this is being used, in that I have a nephew who tells me that he comes here often and plays basketball and comes with his dad, in fact, who was here the night, and they use this often. And that really pleases Jane and I, that not only for the tie to the university, but giving back to the city of Tiffin. I hate to tell you how many years ago that I was here, but I remember being a graduate, and all my brothers and sisters being a graduate of St. Mary's over here. We used to come down this road many times, and to think that someday a facility like this would be here. But something that my parents always taught all of us was always give back and always pay forward. And that's why we are very proud of this facility, but that's why, most importantly, we're very proud that the community gets to use this facility. So that tied in with Coach Goff, your victories that you're going to bring forward, and the soccer team and the softball team and the baseball team and the golf team, and I expect us to reach the pinnacle in all of those different athletics. And with athletics, though, brings, I think, with this can bring that higher caliber student as well. I park next door here, and the gentleman who brought me around is a freshman, happens to be a freshman from Dayton, where our son finished his high school career, and we were talking about basketball. And as he was pulling in, I said, what are you majoring in? He said accounting, and he had a 3.2 his first semester and a 3.7 this semester. I said, I got a plan for you. And that plan is, I know a good place for him to go to work. And unless he has aspirations of going and playing on weekends and in pro ball someday. But anyway, I'd like to hear that, because I believe it's bringing a higher caliber student, not only athletically, but academically. But Paul, to you and your team, and Ron, to your team, this was a great capital campaign. To my fellow trustees, I see Mike and Claire here. To my fellow trustees, this was a vision that, it wasn't a vision by one, it was a vision by the entire management of the university and the trustees, and you pulled it off, you executed very well, and I congratulate you, Paul. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gary. Thanks to everyone for their attendance this evening. Tonight we gather in this great facility to close out another successful campaign to strengthen Tiffin University. The campaign goal was for $12 million. $9.4 million was the transformation of the Rosenblatt scrapyard into what you see here today. $1.6 million was dedicated for other campus improvements, including additional land acquisition and other campus beautification projects. $1 million was for endowed scholarships. This gives us a grand total of $12 million. In this campaign, there are numerous individuals to thank, one of which is my predecessor, Dr. Mike Grandillo. I think without his vision, his support, and his carrying this through, this facility wouldn't be possible. So to Dr. Grandillo, please. If you guys would come forward. This evening we have representatives from all the different constituents across campus, which helped to make this campaign a huge success. From my right, representing our student athletes, Corey Martinez. Representing our corporate partners, Mike Klepper of Superior Distributing. Representing our alumni, Kara Windsor, a 1996 graduate. Representing our student performing artists, Chelsea Simmons. Representing our Board of Trustees, Claire Johansson, Vice Chair, TU Board of Trustees. Representing our foundations that contributed to our campaign, Scott McCormick, Sales Manager, Coca-Cola. Representing the parents that contributed to the campaign, Kip Kiefer. Representing our student leaders across campus, Tiffany Clark. Representing our athletic staff, Vicki Galaska. Representing our TU staff, Fran Fleet. And finally, representing our faculty, Dr. Teresa Schaefer. At this time, Russ, can we get a drum roll? Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your cards. Our campaign total of $14,583,012. And for those math majors out there, $2.5 million over the desired goal of $12 million. Congratulations to everyone in this room that made this campaign a reality. Thank you. Thank you. As Dr. Marion said, there are tours of the facility available. We have staff in the back who will assist with that, especially on the second floor. I think Gary has done a remarkable job of highlighting the academic achievements of our current student athletes here. And now we invite you to take part and enjoy the rest of the evening with some food and drink and some music from Russ. Thank you all for coming. We hope you enjoy your evening.
Welcome to Tiffin University's Heminger Center here in Tiffin, Ohio. My name is Russ Snyder, and we're standing here with Gary Heminger. Gary, your name's on this building, and what a fantastic building we have on the campus of Tiffin University. We're pretty blessed, aren't we?
Well, thank you very much. When my wife Jane and I decided that we wanted to support this capital campaign and the building of this facility, our vision was twofold. First of all, we wanted to raise the academic level, and we thought if we raised the athletic level, it could bring in the higher caliber student. With that, we could get the higher academic student as well. And secondly, it was very important for us to give back to the entire community and the city of Tiffin. And I'm very pleased to hear that, as Paul said today in his remarks, that over 17,000 people from outside of the university have been able to use this facility in the short 12 months it's been open.
I've been here for the home show, which was in town, which took place here. I see people coming in playing basketball all the time, playing tennis. This facility is really a crown jewel in our town, and we are just incredibly lucky to have something like this on campus at Tiffin University as well as in Tiffin, Ohio. Football program can grow greatly with the use of this. All the spring sports, the sports who are affected by weather when it comes to practice, this is such a great facility for them. Tennis is really who it makes the biggest difference for. And the students, not only the athletes, but just the students, being able to have a place like this to be able to call home is really special, isn't it?
Well, thank you, and it is. In fact, when I was a student here at Tiffin University, I played baseball, and spring baseball is a very short sport because of the weather windows that we have. And now your teams here, both in the spring and the fall, can take advantage of this this facility, and I think it just raises the demeanor. It raises the bar, and I think we can be a best-in-class type university in the caliber in which we compete.
I've seen this university grow leaps and bounds since I was a high school student here in Tiffin in the late 1980s. We'll keep that in. But it's amazing to see how it's grown. You've been a big part of that. Dr. Marion's been a big part of it. Ron Schumacher's been a big part of it, and it's just great to see it all happening, and I can't thank you enough. I get to do the football games on the radio, and it's a pleasure to be able to be a part of this facility and just be a part of the university. You guys are doing some fantastic things, and keep up the great work is all I can say, because this is just nothing short of fantastic.
Well, thank you very much, Russ, and I just hope that we can continue to take the university to the next level, and I believe we can take Tiffin University not only here on this campus, but I hear from business associates and friends of mine, you know, around the surrounding counties. They say, we brought our daughter or we brought our son over to a summer camp here, a basketball camp, a cheerleader camp that you have coming up. And when you hear that, and they are so impressed with the facility, and I hear it from the local merchants as well, how busy the restaurants, the hotels, and so that says the gross domestic product, if you will, of Tiffin has really grown by this facility, and I thank you for your comments.
High quality people bringing in high quality students to a high quality institution. What can go wrong?
All right,
thank you, Mr. Hammond. Have yourself a great night. Appreciate everything. Now we're going to talk to Lenny Klaus. You had a big part of what's happening in this building. How did you become a part of the process of this building becoming what it is?
This particular project kind of fit right into our palm. We were, and actually the year we built this, we were the #1 pre-engineered metal building dealer in state of Ohio, and like 32nd in Union. But being a sports facility, big open frame buildings, everything's clear span, and these standing seam metal roof that's on these buildings, it's the way to go, and it just fit right into our scheme of work here and stuff. And that's where it started from. And then I had talked to Mike Gradillo, the staff, and URS, the architectural engineering company for the project, about what we could do and how we can do it. There's a lot of cost savings with this system, a lot of durability, long-term maintenance relief, and energy savings with these systems that we provided.
Now the project has been completed and you're able to come in here and enjoy the facility. You got to be very proud of the work that you and your crew put in to put this place up.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I'm real proud of my staff. Aaron Lasater kind of ran the job for me, and Bruce Shook did the paperwork for it. They did a great job, and all the employees did. If you look around, the trims and everything look very good. Financially, we didn't make a lot of money on the project, but it wasn't about that. It was just, let's do whatever we can to make this the nicest facility we can for Tiffin University, the city of Tiffin, Seneca County. You know, I grew up here. I love the area. Anything we can do as a company, me and my wife personally, to make our community better, hey, we want to do it. We're trying everything we can. We're just hoping and praying every day, and I tell my wife this, that some of this that we do rubs off on other individuals. Because if you see this, it becomes a snowball effect, and it helps everybody, and it really makes a big difference.
Well, you are responsible for putting up one of the true gems in our town here in the Heminger Center. You guys did a wonderful job, and congratulations and continued success. It's a beautiful facility. You guys did a fantastic job, as we said, and yeah, once again, just congratulations. It's fantastic.
Thank you very much, and I really got to thank Paul Marion. Mike Grandillo is very into it, and without his leadership, foresight and stuff, Mike did a great job. It's great to see. I know the Heminger family did a lot with the fundraising, and you know, usually you can't turn many shovels unless you got some money, and that's where it all starts. I was so surprised. I didn't know what the final total was, but $14,538, that's a pile of money, and it's just great. And so many people in this area that gave the campaign. You know, you just got to thank them and praise them, and what a great tribute to everyone here in this university. And this will be a big shot in the arm down the road for recruiting not only athletes but students. I mean, this is nice and neat. And you know, the best thing about this whole thing, I mean, this is a scrapyard site.
Yeah.
And to end up with it the way it is, I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful, and God bless everyone involved. God bless Tiffin and Tiffin University.
Well, once again, you did a great job, Lenny, and it's a beautiful facility, and you should be very proud of yourself. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now joined with Athletic Director of Tiffin University, Mr. Lonnie Allen. Lonnie, how you doing, sir?
Good, Ross. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. What a fun night tonight. You know, this is kind of the culmination of everything that's been going on here. Talk a little bit about what this facility means to not only the athletes on campus, but the students at Tiffin University.
Well, you know, you come down here and this place is just always busy. You know, I come down here in the mornings and we got community members that are out here walking. You come here in the afternoons and all of our sports teams are full go. You know, you have the turf room going, the track side courts are going. We use it for our inclement weather site for tennis, men and women's tennis. And then in the evenings we have intramurals going on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights. And we've had wrestling tournaments, we've had track meets, we've had AAU basketball tournaments. It just seems like it's always busy.
And then just the students, not only the athletes, but the students. It's a great wellness facility for the students to be able to come down here and stay active in those cold winter months too.
Without a doubt. You know, I know Darby Rogo runs our intramural program, and you know, intramurals are at an all-time high, and it's mainly because of this facility.
Now this facility is going to help increase with the recruiting of athletes and such, but how about the actual, just the student? How much will this facility enhance the experience and maybe help bring those kids into Tiffin University?
Well, you know, you come here and it's like President Marion said earlier, it has that wow factor. And, you know, when we bring recruits on this campus to visit, whether it's an athlete or whether it's a student, band member or what have you, you know, you bring them into this facility, and this is a big time facility. You know, you're seeing this facility on Division I campuses. So this has meant everything to us.
Finally, how proud are you as the athletic director to be able to say you're the athletic director of Tiffin University, where the Heminger Center is located?
It's I say this to people in town all the time. You know, I've probably been in this facility 1,000 times, and every time I walk out of this facility, I'm still in awe of what it's done for our campus.
Well, Lonnie, keep up the great work with athletics and everything else that's going on at Tiffin University. The growth and beautifying of campus is just phenomenal. Keep up the great work. It's just fantastic. Thank you.
Thanks, Russ. Appreciate it.
I'm Russ Snyder, joined with Tiffin University football coach Gary Goff. I've talked to you quite a few times on microphone and camera here, but what a great place to be having a celebration tonight.
Oh, no doubt. This is a great facility, state of the art. It's helped us so much in recruiting. I can't even comment enough on that. And it's exciting. You know, we got families coming in here seeing this facility. They compare it to a lot of D1 facilities, which is awesome for us. And then our student athletes today that are on campus now, they enjoy it and they're in here every day, and it's making us better all the way around.
How about personally? How about for yourself? When you're able to move your office down here and be able to have your team practice in this facility, have your coaches here, how much does this facility mean to you on a personal level as far as your day-to-day operations are concerned?
Oh, a lot. You know, we've all got our individual offices now. We've got a team meeting room, which we did not have before this building was put in place. We got a location for study hall now for the entire program. You know, so it means a lot to my program, but it means a lot to every program on campus here. And, you know, it's just it's one of the many reasons that there's a buzz on campus is facilities like this that we put in place, and you know it's going to help lead to a lot of victories.
And your student athletes got to love to be able to have this facility. Wintertime or spring practice, the weather can be bad at times, to say the least. Be able to bring them in here. I mean, your student athletes just got to love being able to have this place to play.
Yeah, this was a crazy spring. I think winter never ended.
Yeah.
You know, we had 7 workouts in this facility where we couldn't have gone outside because of the snow, the wind, the rain, what be it. So it allowed us to come in and get 7 good workouts and get better. So you're right.
Yeah. Well, Coach Gall, thank you for your time. I know you got more folks you want to talk with, but continued success. Gary Heminger said you raised the bar a little bit this year with that prediction, but we won't let the cat out of the bag on that. You can watch the video of the ceremony to get that information. But, Coach, continued success. Thank you for your time, and best of luck next year.
Thanks, Russ.
All right, thank you. Now it's our pleasure to be talking to Tiffin University President, Dr. Paul Marion. Dr. Marion, how are you, sir?
I'm great, Russ. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us and talking to us. You know, this facility has been here for a little bit now, not very long, but I've been in here a bunch of times, but every time I walk in and walk out, it's just so amazing. How is it being a president of this university and seeing a facility like this on Tiffin University campus?
Oh, it's wonderful. I said earlier that over the last 12 months, we've had 54 events here with 17,000 people, none of whom are Tiffin University students or employees. So in addition to all the activities that our students and employees have enjoyed, this is really a community asset, and we've had a number of community organizations and individuals who've benefited by this great facility.
You know, this facility makes you think athletics, first of all. I mean, just what it is. But being a president of the university, you know how much this means to not only the athletes on this campus, but also to the students as well.
Absolutely. We've said from the beginning it's certainly a benefit for our athletic teams, but it's a general recreation facility for all of our students, intramurals, club sports, just general recreation. And it serves not only that purpose, but when prospective students and their parents come for the campus visit and see this, it really has a wow factor.
Absolutely. That's the same exact words Coach Gary Goff used when we talked to him. I think Lonnie used them as well, that the wow factor is here, and it definitely is. You know, people have seen how much this campus has grown, not only population-wise, but land size, and it makes you wonder, what's next?
Well, I'm not sure, upward and onward, but when you think about this used to be a scrapyard, both this part of the street and over on the other side where we have the student apartments. These things, I think, have really been a great asset to the local neighborhood and the community as well as the university.
Absolutely. And Dr. Marion, it's been a pleasure to have a chance to work closely with athletics here at Tiffin University through our work with the radio, and seeing what you guys have done here on campus is just absolutely fantastic. Continued success. You guys are doing a wonderful job, and keep it up. I mean, this what you guys got on is just absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thanks for all your support.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Now we're going to get a chance to talk to Carol McDaniel. She's the Director of Career Development. I believe I said that right. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct, Russ.
Right here at Tiffin University. Carol, how are you doing today?
I am doing so well. This is so exciting to be a part of this evening.
Well, you work here on campus, and you were here when this idea spawned and the process of everything getting it built. Talk a little bit about being in your office, what this means to you as well as the students.
Well, I have had the privilege and the honor of being employed here at Tiffin University for 23 years. I'm very proud of that. It is just amazing and impressive how the university has grown over the years. I am so excited because this November we will be hosting our first career fair here in the Heminger Center. So it's exciting for our students and our employers that come here and visit us every year to see the brand new facility.
Well, the career day that you're going to have here, being a director of career development at Tiffin University and having a facility like this to be able to hold something like that, that's a huge bonus to your students who are getting ready to enter that workforce.
It sure is. It provides our students with a competitive advantage to be able to offer an event like that, especially here in the center. Our employers have not seen the center yet, so I know they'll be impressed by it as well. We're really
going to keep their eye on the go of what's happening when they're going to be looking around and taking in everything that's happening here in the center. It's just such a great place.
I know, and I'm hoping that they keep their eyes on the students too, because we have wonderful students and they are looking for internship opportunities and full-time opportunities as well.
And you said that career fair is going to be in November?
Yes, it will be Friday, November the 8th, and it is co-sponsored by the Ohio Council of Criminal Justice Education. It'll be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Dr. Steve Hurwitz, criminal justice professor here at the university, is a member of the organization. So we're really looking forward to hosting that event here.
As we get closer to that event, if people would like more information on it, it's probably the easiest way to go to www.tiffin.edu.
Yes, or they can email me to at cmcdanne@tiffin.edu.
Well, Carol, thank you so much for your time. I know you got some folks you want to chat with here at this celebration tonight, but keep up the great work with the Career Development Office. It's always been a pleasure, and I've had a chance to work with you, and hopefully we get a chance to get working again together real soon.
Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.
Well, that will conclude our coverage of the Victory Campaign celebration here at the Heminger Center on the campus of Tiffin University. A great time was had by all. As you can see, some wonderful food available to the folks. The facility here for everybody to tour. A great time was had by all. $2.5 million over the campaign goal. All of you who were a part of it, everybody that contributed, thank you so much. Your efforts are visual right here. The Heminger Center on Tiffin University campus is a jewel of this university and this community. Hopefully you can get down here and see it sometime real soon. Stop down Tiffin University or look them up online, www.tiffin.edu.